Yeah. Is what opportunities do you see emerging for the church in relation to the missions? Uh, this this COVID-19 there was very number of opportunities to do missions from the church side. For example, in my neighborhood, there is one what I say, one beauty parlor is there, saloon is there. When I just crossed that building, he asked me, "What about this corona? Is there any teaching about the plague in your scripture?" The non-Christian man voluntarily asked me such a question. I was shocked. I did not share anything about the scripture. Even though he's our neighbor, he used to come to open the shop in the morning, afternoon he left to his home. But he stopped me voluntarily. He raised the question. So this pandemic, this plague, create a new, uh, uh, what I say, a thought among the people of non-Christians. So it's a good chance to me to share the gospel with them. Not only that, the famine and lot of needs came across us. So it's a good opportunities to share the gospel with them. And the church nowadays using the social medias and TV and many digital platforms. So the non-Christians also sometimes come across that. Some people are watching the Christian songs, very melodious songs. Then they are contacting the people. Even though directly we are unable to share the gospel to the non-Christians, these people are motivated by some other means to listen to the gospel or the gospel song. It's a good opportunity. As well as there are lot of hunger among the people, the souls. They are in uncertainty. They want to know about the future. They want to settle down. They want to come out of the fear. So they are waiting for some counselors to counsel them to come out of their issues. So it's a good opportunity to share the gospel with them. And the schools are closed, so the students are in the home, and all the government staffs and private sector staffs, they are in their home. So it's a good time to visit them. Even though there are lockdown, we have open doors to visit our friends and relatives. So it's a good time to share the gospel with them face to face. And this opportunity gives us to spend quality time with God and family. It's a good opportunity to read the books and write the books. So we can use this opportunity to flourish in our personal life, in our family, in our church and missions too. Even though the Satan tries to stop the gospel work, to stop the church activities directly, we can use these opportunities indirectly to share the gospel.
Andy, I would say one of the things we can see is the church has been forced to do holistic mission.
Yes.
Those who focused on just preaching, teaching, has been forced to look at other ways to communicate the gospel. In tangible acts of kindness, in compassion, willing to serve others of need, the old age people who need food to be brought to their home, or people to deliver medicines to people. So the church has been forced to do holistic mission, but not dependent just on the paid staff or the official ministers who are ordained. We can commission every believer to look at the needs of their circle of influence and influence them.
You know, both of you make a comment, and this is a concern of mine, though. You talk about the need for people to do holistic mission. Paul, you mentioned the need for people to be evangelizing, discipling their neighbor. But here's the problem. In my opinion, we have not prepared the church for that type of ministry.
Yes,
That's
that's
true.
true. That's true.
I mean, look, if there's something that's been if there are things that have been exposed as a result of this, one of them would be that I think that in some cases, at least from my own perspective, we all of a sudden have realized that we need our people to be doing evangelism among their neighbors, making disciples in their families, training their children. We need to see them doing service ministry, holistic ministry. But the point is, we had not prepared them for that. What is our role as pastors? Every single one of us know it is to equip the saints to do the work of the ministry. And in some cases, at least from my perspective, in my context, I don't know that we had prepared them effectively for ministry, had empowered them as saints to do ministry. I don't know that we had really trained them to do that. We had trained them to come to a building and to be spectators, or to be service receivers. So I think this has exposed something that needs to change in the church. Would you agree?
Randy, yes. We called it reaching the relatives. Reaching the relatives. We thank God for the cross-cultural missionaries and some other type of missions. I thank God for that. At the same time, we are equipping our own people to reach our own relatives. See, in the first chapter of John and second chapter, Jesus Christ started the ministries with their own people. John the Baptist done the ministry among their own group. The first disciples, they went to meet their own people. So it's very easy than the cross-cultural. We thank God for cross-cultural missionaries. We need them to reach the unreached areas. But in the aspect of the church, as a church pastors, I'm encouraging our own people, our church people, to reach their relatives first. Then they can go to other sites. So in this time, in this saturnity period, in this lockdown, they are spending most of the time with their families. So it's very easy to share the gospel, to share the testimony, to lead them into Christ. It's very easy.
Yeah, I also think that this is a God's opportunity for the church to embrace the Christological model of mission. So this is a great opportunity to come back and see the Gospels and practice and live what is to follow Jesus, and also to serve community around us as the best model that we have for the church all the times and in all circumstances, with COVID and not COVID.
One more thing. The government and the lockdown may ban the pastors and missionaries to do ministries, but not the tent makers, the business people. They are regularly doing their work in their context. So it's very easy to mingle with others.